What's up everybody, welcome back to the Travels channel. We're going to take you on a whirlwind tour of 5 of the most unique, most mind-blowing countries on the entire planet. I'm talking about places that will completely change the way you see the world. We're making this interactive. Pay close attention. One of these countries might become your next destination. Grab your snacks, get comfortable, prepare to have your mind blown, watch until the end. The last country's my personal favorite. It's absolutely breathtaking. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, we are flying to a country that literally feels like it's living in the year 3000 and the year 1300 at the exact same time, Japan. I landed in Tokyo and guys, it's just sensory overload. One minute you're walking through Shibuya Crossing, thousands of people, giant neon billboards, feeling like you're inside a video game. It's the busiest intersection in the world, being in the middle of it is insane. Then, just a few blocks away, a quiet, peaceful shrine centuries old. This crazy contrast is what makes Japan unique. Bullet trains nearly 200 miles per hour, turn a corner and total silence and tradition. 2 different worlds side by side. We spent the morning in Akihabara, the electric town. Anime, manga, video games, multi-story arcades, gadget shops, maid cafes. It's loud and unapologetically futuristic. I felt like I was in a different reality. In the afternoon we took a train to Kyoto. Skyscrapers replaced by wooden houses, neon signs replaced by paper lanterns, Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, light through towering bamboo, Kinkaku-ji, the Golden Pavilion, gold leaf exterior, reflection in the pond. Standing there makes you feel small. Centuries of history. The food, ramen shop with a vending machine ordering system. Chefs serving through a little window, best ramen ever. Kyoto Kaiseki multi-course, every dish a work of art. We stayed in a ryokan, tatami mats, yukatas, onsen hot spring, paper screen doors, looking out on a perfectly manicured garden. This blend is everywhere. People in kimonos walking the street, texting on the latest iPhone, ancient temples with vending machines selling good luck charms. For the ultimate challenge, we tried to find the oldest thing and the newest thing in one day. Sensoji Temple in Tokyo, founded in the 7th century, a massive, vibrant complex filled with history. Then we went straight to the Team Lab Borderless Digital Art Museum. Digital waterfalls, rooms of floating lamps. The contrast was mind-bending. To go from ancient worship to futuristic imagination in hours is what Japan is all about. Japan broke my brain in the best way. It respects its past while sprinting to the future. Incredible beauty, insane technology, and profound peace. If you can go, do it. It's an adventure that will leave you in awe. Okay, for our next country, we are leaving the city behind and heading to a place of pure, raw, untamed nature. This is Iceland, the land of fire and ice. When they call it that, they are not kidding. One of the most geologically active spots on Earth. Like the planet is alive. It's extreme, it's powerful, it is absolutely epic. The first thing we did after landing was drive the Golden Circle. Our first stop was the Geysir geothermal area. You're standing there. Then with a low rumble the ground erupts, shooting boiling water 100 feet into the air. It happens every few minutes, it never gets old. Next up was Gullfoss, which means Golden Falls. This isn't just a waterfall, it's a monster. A massive river plunges into a canyon in 2 giant steps, spraying mist everywhere. The roar is deafening. You feel the spray from hundreds of feet away. Standing there you feel so insignificant. But Iceland isn't just about water, it's also about fire. We actually hiked on a volcano. We walked across fields of newly formed lava rock. It was still warm in places, and you could see steam rising from cracks in the ground. We also explored one of Iceland's famous ice caves. We put on crampons and helmets and descended into a glacier. Inside it was like being in a crystal palace. The ice was this brilliant, otherworldly blue, and of course we had to go hunting for the northern lights. We drove out into the middle of nowhere, far from any city lights, and waited. It was freezing cold, but we didn't care. And then it started. Faint green wisps appeared. Then they grew stronger, dancing and swirling above us. The entire landscape of Iceland feels like something from a fantasy movie. Vast moss-covered lava fields, black sand beaches with towering basalt columns, glaciers that stretch as far as the eye can see. We also had to try some of the unique Icelandic experiences. We swam in the Blue Lagoon. The water is a milky blue and filled with minerals. For a bit of a challenge, we tried traditional Icelandic food, including fermented shark. I'm not going to lie, it was tough to get down, but it's all part of the experience. The weather in Iceland can change in an instant. Bright sunshine, pouring rain, howling wind, a bit of snow. It's a place that reminds you that nature is truly in charge. Iceland is more than just a country, it's an experience. Standing on a glacier, watching a geyser erupt, or seeing the northern lights dance, moments that change you. It's a trip to the very beginning of the world. Okay, our next stop is completely different from anything we've seen so far. We're heading high into the Himalayas to a tiny, mystical kingdom that has a totally unique approach to life. This is Bhutan, the only country in the world that measures its success not by gross domestic product but by gross national happiness. They prioritize the well-being and happiness of their citizens over money. Getting into Bhutan is an adventure in itself. The country has a high-value, low-impact tourism policy, which means it's not a place you can just show up to. You have to book through a tour operator and there's a daily fee. This isn't to be exclusive, it's to preserve their incredible culture and pristine environment. Every building from a farmhouse to a government office is built in the traditional style with intricate woodwork and colorful paintings. The core of Bhutan's philosophy is Gross National Happiness, or GNH. It's based on 4 pillars: sustainable development, environmental protection, cultural preservation, good governance. We wanted to see this in action, so we hiked to the most famous landmark in Bhutan, the Tiger's Nest Monastery. This monastery clings impossibly to the side of a sheer cliff 3,000 feet above the valley floor. The hike is challenging, but the journey is part of the experience. The views are absolutely breathtaking. We also spent time in the capital, Thimphu. It's probably the most unique capital city in the world. The people are incredibly warm, welcoming, and seem genuinely content. There's a strong sense of community and a deep connection to their traditions and faith. The constitution mandates at least 60% of the country must remain under forest cover. Currently it's over 70%, making Bhutan one of the only carbon-negative countries in the world. We visited a traditional farmhouse and shared a meal with a local family. They served us amadachi, a spicy dish made of chili peppers and cheese, which is the national dish. It was incredibly spicy, but so delicious. Hearing their stories and learning about their way of life was a highlight of the trip. Bhutan completely redefines what it means for a country to be developed. It's a bold experiment in putting people and the planet first, and it seems to be working. Leaving Bhutan, you can't help but feel inspired. It makes you question your own priorities and wonder what the world would be like if more places valued happiness as much as Bhutan does. Get ready to dance! For our 4th country, we are diving into a place bursting with color, energy, and life. We're going to Brazil, a country that is as massive as it is diverse. From the world's largest rainforest, to its legendary beaches and vibrant cities, Brazil is a continent-sized country with a soul that is impossible to ignore. And we timed our visit perfectly to experience the biggest party on Earth, Carnival. We flew into Rio de Janeiro, and the energy of the city hits you immediately. We immediately hit Copacabana and Ipanema beaches, which are more than just places to swim. They are the heart of the city's social life. People are playing volleyball, listening to music, and just enjoying life. But we were here for Carnival, and nothing can prepare you for it. The entire city transforms into a massive, non-stop celebration. There are blocos, which are street parties, happening all over the city with bands on trucks leading massive crowds of people dancing through the streets. We jumped right in, covered in glitter, and danced with thousands of locals and tourists. The atmosphere is pure joy and inclusion. The main event, however, is the Sambadrome Parade. This is the Super Bowl of Carnival. It's a massive stadium-like runway where the top samba schools in Rio compete. Each school has thousands of members, with unbelievably elaborate costumes and gigantic fantastical floats. The music is thunderous, the dancing is incredible, and the scale of it is just mind-blowing. But Brazil is so much more than just Carnival. To see a different side of the country, we flew to the heart of the Amazon rainforest. We stayed in an eco-lodge, went piranha fishing, hiked through the dense jungle, and went on nighttime boat rides to spot caimans. The sounds of the jungle are a constant symphony. We learned about medicinal plants, saw incredible wildlife, and experienced Brazil's passion for football at the legendary Maracanã Stadium. And let's talk about the food. Brazil is a melting pot of cultures and its food reflects that. We ate at a churrascaria, tried feijoada, and drank plenty of caipirinhas. Brazil's diversity is its greatest strength. It's a country of incredible natural beauty, vibrant, passionate people, and a rhythm that gets under your skin. Whether you're dancing in a bloco or listening to the sounds of the jungle, Brazil makes you feel alive. The country faces its challenges, but the spirit of the Brazilian people is resilient and joyful. It's a place that can be chaotic and intense, but it's also incredibly warm and welcoming. Our trip showed us a country of extremes, the wildness of the jungle, the craziness of carnival, and the simple joy of a day at the beach. Brazil isn't just a place you visit, it's a place you feel with all your senses. For our final and possibly most epic country, we are heading to the adventure capital of the planet. This is a place where the landscapes are so dramatic, they look like they were created for a movie set. In fact, they were. This is New Zealand. If you are an adrenaline junkie or just love jaw-droppingly beautiful scenery, this is your paradise. We started our adventure in Queenstown on the South Island. This city is not shy about its reputation. It's surrounded by majestic mountains, and sits on the shore of the crystal-clear Lake Wakatipu. But the real reason people flock here is for the adrenaline. This is the birthplace of commercial bungee jumping, and you know we had to do it. Standing on that platform looking down at the river below, your brain is screaming at you not to jump. It's absolutely terrifying. But the crew is so professional, and the energy is so high. I took a deep breath and I jumped. The feeling of free-falling and then rebounding back up is indescribable. It's a massive rush of fear and exhilaration, and once you're done, you feel like you can do anything. But bungee jumping was just the warm-up. The next day, we did a canyon swing, which is arguably even scarier. It's a 200-foot free fall before you swing in a giant 600-foot arc across a massive canyon. After getting our adrenaline fix, we wanted to explore the landscapes that make New Zealand so famous. We took a helicopter tour over Fiordland National Park to see Milford Sound from the air. Sheer cliffs rise thousands of feet straight out of the dark water and waterfalls cascade down their sides. We even landed on a glacier high up in the mountains. It felt like we were on another planet. Of course, you can't come to New Zealand and not see some Lord of the Rings locations. We also explored the North Island, which has a completely different character. It's a geothermal wonderland similar to Iceland, but with its own unique feel. We visited Rotorua, famous for its bubbling mud pools, steaming geysers, and vibrant Maori culture. We attended a traditional Maori cultural performance and a hangi feast. We were welcomed with a powerful haka, learned about their traditions and history, and then ate a delicious meal that was cooked for hours in an underground oven. It was an incredible opportunity to connect with the indigenous culture and feel their deep connection to the land. For another unique adventure, we went blackwater rafting in the Waitomo Caves. The best part is when you turn off your headlamps and the ceiling of the cave is lit up by thousands of tiny glowworms. It's like looking up at a galaxy of stars. New Zealand is a country that invites you to play, whether it's hiking one of its great walks, kayaking in a pristine bay, skiing down a volcano, or just enjoying the view. It's a place that's all about getting outdoors and experiencing nature in its purest form. The people known as Kiwis are famously friendly and laid back with a love for the outdoors that is infectious. From the adrenaline-fueled highs of Queenstown to the magical glowworm caves and the epic fjords, New Zealand delivered on every level. It's a country of stunning beauty, thrilling adventures, and warm hospitality. It's the perfect place to push your limits and reconnect with the natural world. It's a small country, but it packs a massive punch, and it's a place that will capture your heart and your imagination. And that is a wrap on 5 of the most unique and absolutely insane countries on Earth. We went from the past and future in Japan, Iceland, Bhutan, Brazil, New Zealand. Each one was a completely different world, a totally unique adventure. I told you this video would be crazy, and these countries more than delivered. My mind is officially blown, and I hope yours is too. From seeing the northern lights to jumping off a bridge, this has been one of the most incredible journeys we have ever taken you on. We saw how tradition and technology can coexist, how nature can be both beautiful and terrifying, and how different cultures define happiness and success in their own unique ways. The world is such a massive, diverse, and amazing place, and we've only just scratched the surface. But now, I have to know which one was your favorite. So, here's what I want you to do. In the comments below, tell me which of these 5 countries amazed you the most and why. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next adventure. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.